Hello my fellow investors and welcome back to another market update for the week of August 21st, 2022. Guys, before we actually get on with this video, I actually need to pull up a full disclosure because, well, I'm actually recording this on the 25th, so on Thursday. You guys will see this on Saturday morning, but I'm actually going away for the entire weekend and I'm like pre-recording a bunch of videos for you guys to see, so that way all of you guys could have videos for when I'm not here. But nonetheless, just letting you know that as of I'm recording this, the market is still open, and tomorrow, Friday, the market will still be open. So all of these numbers might change by the time you actually see this video. But nonetheless, we can still take a look at this, guys. We got the SP 500 so far this week has actually been pretty much all over the place. As you can see right here, within the past 5 days or so, it has been around 79%. However, guys, we did have a massive down day a couple days ago. I believe the beginning of this week on Monday or Tuesday, where the stock market actually fell a significant amount. And we'll actually see this when we go over to the heat map. But currently, as it stands, as of today, Thursday, the SP 500 did end up 1.41%, which is around 58.35 points. So with that said, guys, let's head over now to the heat map to see how all of these companies have been doing so far. And now we're over here at the S&P 500 heat map, looking at the 1 week performance. Obviously, this 1 week performance is taking from Thursday of last week to Thursday today. So again, all these numbers might change from when you guys actually see this video. But nonetheless, guys, overall, very red, except for one sector, which obviously you guys can see right there because it's the only plot of green that is in this entire thing. But nonetheless, guys, starting of course with the technology sector, it was all deep in the red. We got Microsoft, Apple, Adobe, Nvidia, Intel, QCOM, AMD, AVGO, Cisco, CRM, all falling massive amount. The worst one so far, guys, is actually Adobe, falling at 8%, unless there's one here that has fallen more. No, Adobe is the worst one so far at 8%. Now we do see a couple green ones down here, which these companies I've never heard of before. NetApp, and over here we have Enphase. Okay, I know I actually have heard of Enphase. Enphase up almost 2% and NetApp up 4.07%. And over here we also have ON Semiconductor Corporation, the only one out of the semiconductors that was actually up 4.72%, 76.71 points. Coming now into the communication services, we got a whole lot of red too, guys. Google, Meta, Twitter, and Match all falling a massive amount, which I believe the biggest one out of these is, or just the biggest one in general, the one that fell the most was actually Match, falling 7.5%. We also got the Indie Entertainment, Comcast, Charter, Netflix, and Disney, and Live Nation Entertainment all falling, while Warner Bros. Discovery actually gained 2.81%, and Dish also gained 0.6%. Telecoms, pretty much Verizon and AT&T fell while T-Mobile gained, and when it came to the electronic gaming, everything fell a significant amount. Overall, guys, another massive red sector. Looking now at the consumer cyclicals, a lot of red here too, guys, and well, we can see that the ones I wanted to go into red have fallen back into the red, though the price is still fairly high. But nonetheless, we got Amazon, Tesla, and Ford all falling a significant amount. Home Depot and Lowe's, the ones I was talking about, falling a pretty good amount too. Home Depot by far falling the worst out of the two at 4.75% to a share price, guys, of $309.78. Lowe's falling 2.54% for a price of essentially $211. So unfortunately, we're still way above what I would personally like these companies to be at. Looking now at the specialty and retail, we can see that Ulta is actually the only one that is up out of these ones. And actually Ulta had earnings today, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I'm fairly curious as to how they did when it came to their earnings. Traveler and services, pretty much we have Booking Holdings down 6.35%, and by far this is the worst one that we have seen so far, while others like Carnival Corporation, Royal Caribbean, and Norwegian Cruise all gaining. And also, guys, when it came to the other manufacturers, as I said, Tesla fell and Ford fell, but GM actually gained 4.31%. So pretty much, guys, very red sector once again. Looking now at the consumer defensives, we do see a lot of red here too, but there are a couple of green ones. Some notable ones that are in the green this week is actually Altria Group up 1.71%, Kraft Heinz, GIS, HRL, CAG, SJM, which by the way, I love my Schmuckers Corporation. I do own this company and I really do love them. They pay a really good dividend. Kellogg Company, Campbell Soup Company, and Lamb Weston Holdings all up. We also have, guys, companies like Hershey, STZ, and ADM all gaining, which I believe ADM was the biggest one that gained in this whole entire sector. Aside from that, guys, everything else was pretty much in the red. Walmart, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, KDP, Monster, Costco, DG, which is Dollar General, Target falling huge, 3.21%, and even Dollar Tree, guys. Look at Dollar Tree falling 11.33%. That is absolutely destructive right there. Oh my god, the worst one out of all of them. So as you guys can see, everything here was in the red. However, there were a couple ones right in here when it came to like beverages and wineries and distilleries and like tobacco and packaged foods. Everything here was pretty much in the green, but everything else, guys, was just in the red. Looking now at the financials, there isn't a lick of green here at all. Oh dear lord. I don't even think that, yeah, even these ones, FDS, they are still in the red. So yeah, guys, banks have now fallen one more time. JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Citi, with, I believe, Bank of America falling the most at 3.14%. When it comes to the credit card services, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, PayPal, Capital One, Discover, and Synchrony financials all falling, with, I believe, MasterCard falling the most at 3.55%. Looking now at, well, everything else, guys, is essentially in the red. Berkshire Hathaway down 2.02, Goldman Sachs 2.27, Charles Schwab down 2.31, Morgan Stanley down to almost 2%. And looking for the one that actually fell the most, if I can actually find it, it looks to be Signature Bank falling around 5.36%. So by far the worst sector, guys. We don't have a lick of green here at all. Taking a look now at the healthcare sector, a lot of red here though, but you can see Johnson & Johnson and Eli Lilly actually gained a little bit. A couple other ones that gained was companies like Humana, Cigna, CNC, and ELV all gained, not a lot, but they did gain a little bit, with CNC gaining the most of these ones at 0.41%. We also got down here ILMN, Illumina, gaining 4.05%. I believe this was the biggest one that gained from what I could see right here. Yeah, this was the biggest one that gained 4.05%. And the worst one that I could see right here, guys, would actually have to be LH, Laboratory Corporation and of American Holdings, falling 5.33%. So overall, guys, drug manufacturers fell except for, again, Johnson & Johnson and Eli Lilly. When it came to the healthcare plans, this was the most of the green ones, but still it wasn't enough to make up what everything else did. Medical devices, everything fell. Medical instruments fell. Biotechnology fell. Diagnostics and research, only two of them were up, DXCM and Illumina, as I said. But aside from that, guys, very red sector. Looking now into the industrials, actually the specialty and industrials were all in the red by a significant amount, with, I believe, the biggest red one is actually GNRC, falling almost 7.3%. However, looking at the aerospace and defense, well, actually, they didn't do too bad. Raytheon, Boeing, Northrop Grumman, LHX, and Huntington actually gained, with, I believe, Huntington gaining the most at 2.03%. Other companies like General Dynamics did fall pretty big at 2.33%. Looking now further into the sector, we can see that actually the farm and heavy construction machinery, Caterpillar and Deere & Company gained. Wow, look at this. And Deere & Company was the biggest one that gained at almost 5.5%, which is massive. Railroads, pretty much here was everything in the red except for Norfolk Southern Corporation, which was up 1.7%. And aside from that, guys, everything was pretty much in the red except for this one, Quanta Services, PWR, again around 2.26%. Aside from that, guys, everything else was either in the red or just not sufficient enough in the green. And now coming into the real estate sector, everything here, guys, by the looks of it, is in the red as well, except for Iron Mountain, which gained around 0.6%, and VTR, which was essentially flat. It was up, but it was essentially flat. Companies like Realty Income, Prologis, American Tower, Crown Castle all lost, with, I believe, the worst one, guys, was actually Simon Properties, which lost at around 4.5%. Into the utilities, a lot of red here too. They did not hold up. Even NextEra Energy fell at around 1%. Southern Company falling 0.75%. Duke falling 1.67, and pretty much when it came to the regulated electric industry, all in the red. The only one here that was actually in the green, guys, was actually AES Corporation, which gained around 1%, and CEG Constellation Energy, which gained around 1.4%. But aside from that, guys, everything here it wasn't too deep in the red, but it was still like at around like 2.3, 2.5% in the red. And now to the most hyped sector this year, it is the energy sector. Guys, this sector is just insanity. It could either be really green or really red. And as you can see right here, it is really green right now. ExxonMobil gaining 5%, Chevron gaining 3.5%, ConocoPhillips, look at ConocoPhillips, oh my god, 6.87%. And I was just screaming about this company. Guys, look at this. Look at Occidental's 14.8%. Bro, Warren Buffett, you know, he's not called the Oracle of Omaha for nothing, right? He's not called the greatest investor for nothing. He knows how to call stuff, man. He knows how to call stuff really, really good. PXD up 7.5, DVN up 8.5. Yeah, guys, I don't know. You could have been anywhere in this sector this week, and you would have made a huge amount of money right now, especially if you were in Occidental. So yeah, my baby right here, Chevron, did fairly good. And now lastly, we got the basic materials. Companies like Lin, SHW, ECL, IFF, PPG, LYB all falling, while other companies like ALB, FCX, CF Industries Holding, The Mosaic Company, FMC, and CTVA actually gained, with, I believe, CF gaining, guys. Look at this jump, 14.68%, with, I believe, The Mosaic Company following at 13.17%. Also got some gold miners here in the form of NEM actually gaining 1.1%, and Nucor gaining 1.17%. But overall, guys, you know, these ones that went green so much that it essentially nullified pretty much everything else. So yeah, the worst one out of the red ones was Lind PLC, falling 4.21%. But again, all the other ones did so good that it essentially just subsidized it. Overall, guys, the stock market this week, at least as of Thursday, is looking fairly red. I mean, we did have a massive drop a couple days ago of around like 2.5%, and we have been slowly going up, but I don't think it's been enough to offset these losses, which in my personal opinion is a good thing, because I still think that we're heading into a massive bear market still. You know, Michael Burry, I believe, a couple days back called this, or maybe if it wasn't Burry, if it was somebody else, they called that this was a bull run in a bear market. So, or a bear rally, if that makes any sense, right? You have a rally in a bear market. So, you know, we'll see. I personally still believe that when it comes to just equities in general, I mean, even in the housing market, we have been seeing cracks. So, guys, if you have the cash for it, get ready, because I think we're going to see a massive opportunity to gain a lot of wealth. So, if you guys don't own a home, or if you guys don't own stocks, get your pocketbooks ready, because I think it's going to be a great buying opportunity really soon. So guys, that pretty much does it for this video. Like the video, comment, subscribe. It really does help with the algorithm on YouTube. We are at more than 900 subscribers. Oh my god, that is absolutely insane. At 1,000, guys, I do plan on making a very special video, so please hit that like, hit the subscribe, and of course comment. It really does help. That's really all I want from your end, to just help me support the channel. That's really about it. I'm not asking for any subscription. I'm not asking for anybody to subscribe to give me money or anything like that. I just want a simple free like, subscribe, comment. Really does help. Thank you all so much. So with that said, peace out, and I will see you all in the next video.